Hey guys, I know this is a really weird angle, but I'm cooking myself something. I'm actually making creamy Alfredo and broccoli pasta. I can't really call it fettuccine Alfredo because I didn't get the linguine pasta, but I wanted to try this Barilla pasta. It's bucatini, I believe, and if you can really tell, it has holes, and supposedly it's supposed to, I guess, absorb the sauce. So let me show you what I got going on here. So for the sake of saving time, I've already boiled, the water's boiling. I haven't salted it yet, but I'm gonna show you the ingredients. So I have garlic, broccoli, hold on, some onions here, some pre-made Alfredo sauce, some some Romano cheese, a little bit of butter, and pepper. Whew, that is heavy. So let's bring you over here. Espérate. Let's bring you over here. Let's get you close to me so you can see what's going on. So I like to blanch my broccoli first, honestly, or steam it. So what I'm gonna do is put that in this little thing. So it's not really touching the water. It's just gonna steam it because I'm putting it on top. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it's gonna save me time. Because I also have to cook the pasta. I haven't salted the water. This is just pink Himalayan salt. A little pro tip, if you want to ground if you want to know how much salt you're grinding, just grind it with the cap on and then flip that over. And then boom, you'll see all the salt there, and then you can better gauge how much salt that you are putting in. And if it's too much, you can leave some in there, close the cap, and it should be good. But we are going to salt this agua really well. Oh, no. I'm going to have to clean this top. How are you guys today? I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel, I'm kind of tired of spending time on my own. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love, I love myself. I love my own company. If you don't like your own company, then I advise that you figure that out, Like if you can't enjoy your own company, then how can you enjoy somebody else's company? You have to really be okay with being by yourself. But that being said, like, that doesn't mean that you don't get lonely sometimes and you don't want to, Like, I think, and this is nowhere near now, but sometimes I be thinking like, yo, so when I'm on the road and everything's good and it's time, where I'm like, okay, it's time to get back to the dating scene. How is that going to work? I mean, I had no dating life to begin with. So I just think like, okay, when I get my new camper, my whole new setup, and people are, okay. So look, we got the pasta in. I'm waiting for it to like get soft so I can like push it down into the water. And then once that's down, I'm going to add the broccoli on top of that so that they can both cook together. But that pasta hasn't dissolved yet, so we got to leave it like that until it goes down. And the pasta should cook like within 8 to 12 minutes, the box said. They always like it al dente. Okay, so look, it says bring 4 to 6 quarts of water to a boil, salt to taste, add pasta. For authentic al dente pasta, boil for 7 minutes. So I said 8 minutes. I don't really like my pasta that like hard, but we are going to finish off the pasta in a pan. So I will just cook it for 7 minutes because it's going to continue cooking in the sauce. Ooh, esto está caliente. It's so hot in here. I got the fan, but literally I feel no air from the fan. So like I was saying, I was thinking like, like the whole dating scene, like I don't know. It's just such a weird time in 2020. Like, I don't know where I stand. Does anybody really know where they stand? Like, there's so many things that I didn't get to do before COVID, and now it seems like they're never gonna come back. Like, I've never been to a concert. I've never been to a sporting event. I haven't done a lot of things that require you to be outside in big groups. So now that COVID has happened, and it doesn't seem like it's going away anytime soon, I'm just sitting here like, wow, you know, like, what am I gonna do? It's been a dream of mine to always see a Rihanna concert. So let's see how that goes. I'm waiting for her to drop her new album, honestly. I know that she hates when people ask her about it, but I need that new album, Rihanna. I need that new album. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let that cook. For the sake of saving time, I already pre-chopped my onions. I had a little bit of onions left. So I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and toss that in. So while that's bubbling away and doing its thing, we're going to go over here and sit down and talk, okay? Because we got to multitask. I'm also going to be doing a mukbang after this, where I'm going to sit down and we're going to talk about the rest of the drama with these knuckleheads. Oh, Christy, she doesn't want to be seen on camera. Don't try to hide now. Things are about to get real, please. Things are about to get real. I know what y'all thinking. Who is that? That is Nomi. She's new. We'll get to that later. Yo, it's crazy. Está caliente hoy. It was raining earlier today, like raining. And then it like stopped raining. And now it's like super muggy, and it's so annoying. This weather is so crazy and upside down. There's this little cutie. Look. See him? He's a little cutie, right? A little short little chicken nugget. I know that men hate this, and I have such a bad habit of doing this. But whenever I see a man that's like a little shorter than me, I think that they're just so adorable, and I call them like chicken nuggets. And if they're really short, I call them chicken nuggets. If they are like a little bit shorter than me, I call them chicken tenders. So he's a little chicken nugget. He's like a little short little thing, but he looks so cute. I don't know if he has a girlfriend or anything. I just see him get up and go to work every day, and he gets dropped off from his work van. I think he works in construction. I don't really know. Ugh, God. Can you tell it's been a long time? Because I think I think I'm just craving human interaction, to be honest. I think I'm just craving human interaction. All right. So boom. See that? Go ahead, leave that broccoli there. Allow all that to steam. Honestly, you know what? I'm just going to dump it in the water. I'm just going to dump the broccoli in the water. I don't know why I was being fancy. It's all going to get strange. It's all going to go down the sink. Oh, no, I shouldn't have did that. I should not have done that. Guys, do not do what I just did. Do not put the broccoli in the water, because then you're going to have to fish it out, because you want to saute I'm going to saute the broccoli with some garlic and some butter with the onions, and then add the sauce. So I should not have done that, but look, it's already done, so we're not going to worry about it. So I'm going to come back once this is done. So I've tasted the broccoli, and it's to my liking. I like my pasta. I tasted the broccoli. I tasted the pasta, and the pasta's to my liking. So I have this strainer. I'm going to go ahead and grab this with this toalla, and I'm going to dump this outside. Matter of fact, I could dump it in this sink. It's okay. Nothing's going to happen. Whew. That is hot AF. Y'all see that steam? Whew. So like I said, do not do the mistake I've done, which is put the broccoli and everything together, because like I said, I want to saute the broccoli. So now what I'm going to have to do is kind of like fish out the broccoli. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Ooh. It is hot. Honestly, this smells so good. I wish I could just eat it like this, but we still have a couple of more steps to go. I mean, if I don't get all the broccoli, it's okay. I'm not gonna really sit here and really just take each individual out. So there you go. The pasta's ready. And now we're gonna take this pan over here. We're gonna turn on our burner again. We're gonna allow that to heat up, and ooh, our butter melted, guys. Let's just go ahead and put the butter in there and let that saute. Let that saute. Okay. So now that that's bubbling away, we're gonna take our onions, toss them in the butter. Now you could use olive oil if you don't want to use butter. I just had a little dab of butter, so I said, hey, why not go ahead and use it. And then with that, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little salt. Let me show y'all what it's looking like. I added a little salt, and now I'm just gonna let that saute away. Now, I'm going to add garlic into the mix, but I feel like if you burn garlic, it starts to give like a bitter taste. So I like to wait until the onions are a little translucent and they've sweated out some of the moisture before I go and add the garlic, because once I add the garlic, that's only going to cook for a little bit, and then it should be done. Oh, this is going to taste so good. At least I hope so. I've made this so many times before. I've made this with asparagus. I've made this with green beans. I've honestly made this with like different type of vegetables, because it's hard to keep meat. You see, it's easy to go to the supermarket and get just a small head of broccoli and be able to eat that today. But if I got meat, it's just meat. That's a lot of food. So it's harder for me to sort of cook with meat and like fish and seafood, because I don't have a working fridge right now. So because of that, I just sort of adapted this sort of raw vegetarian type of diet, because it just makes it easier for me here. Y'all, I wish I could smell that, because when the garlic hits the pan, you already know. You already know. So now I'm going to add the broccoli into that, because we want that to just soak up that flavor. Espérate, this is smelling way too good. So now I got my pepper. I love freshly ground pepper, so I am going to OD on the pepper, because I love a nice peppery Alfredo sauce. Leave me down in the comments below if you like pepper. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm really trying to make YouTube work for me. I'm really trying to get my numbers up, get my interactions up. I'm going to try to answer you guys' comments more often and really start engaging with you. Honestly, I'm going to be more active on YouTube than TikTok. So now that that's sauteed a little bit, I don't want to burn the garlic. I'm going to add the Alfredo sauce. I wish they sell these in small cans. You know, like this is like, now I have that Alfredo sauce and I don't have a fridge to put it in. So it's going to go bad, but it's okay. So now that you've added the Alfredo sauce, you're going to let that simmer a little bit. Pa que coge gusto en sabor. Flip me. I almost cursed, but luckily I have this wooden spoon, so all is not lost. We are good. And I got water to clean my utensils, but I kind of am lazy. I don't want to clean it right now, so because I know I'm gonna have to clean all these pots and pans, and I have a limited amount of water. Yo, that's one thing. Yo, if you're living in an apartment or a house, please do not take water for granted, because you know how badly I wish I could just, oh my God, wash my hair, like really, really wash it, and let the water just run and hit my body. Water is like liquid gold when you're living in a camper, because especially when you don't have any running water. Like I don't have any running water in here. Oh, me quemé. I shouldn't have touched that. For being afrentada and trying to get a little piece of onion that fell on the side, I burnt myself. Now, some people like their pasta really, really saucy. I like it in between. I don't like it too saucy. I don't like it too much. So, now that the pasta is coated, right here, this is what it's looking like. I am going to, ooh, look at that angle. I wish I could just keep, ooh, that's good. I'm going to turn off the heat, and then with the remaining heat, I'm going to add the Romano cheese. Oh, I like a lot of cheese, so go ahead and add that. And then you just give it a light sauce. Okay, maybe this could have used a little more sauce. Maybe I didn't put enough sauce, but let's taste it. I could have used more sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and add a little more sauce and turn on the heat again. Which I'm not mad about. I actually want to use most of the sauce because I hate when stuff goes to waste. So go ahead and do that. Now I like to add some more black pepper, because that's my business. Now that's bubbling. And that's done. I'll go ahead and finish it like that. This is a quick and simple meal. Let me be fancy. I don't want to dirty a plate. You know what? I'm going to eat out of the pan. I don't care what you guys have to say. I'm going to eat out of the pan. I don't want to dirty another plate. It's the same thing. It's going to taste the same whether it's in a plate or a bowl or whatever the case may be. It is going to taste exactly the same. So, that note, we're going to put that pasta there. Whew. Guys, how are you? Okay. So let's set this up properly. Why is this happening to me? Okay. Here we go. Everything's good now. Let's get the cast in order. Boom, boom. There's another little cutie. Y'all, I sometimes struggle with like wanting a boyfriend, and then I struggle with being okay being alone. I think it's just because like, I mean, I should be used to being alone. I'm alone often. You know, as the years pass, you're like, and then you see all these little cuties, all these little chicken nuggets, and you're like, I wonder. Está un poquito frío. I didn't cook the new sauce. It's a little bit cold. Let's go heat that up again. I like my food scorching hot. I'm going to add a little bit of the water, just to re-moisten the sauce, because I don't want to keep adding sauce. I just want to like work with what I have here, because I think it has enough sauce. It's just not warm enough for my liking. So we're gonna go ahead and let that heat up, and then I'll come back to you when it's ready. Okay, guys, it should be hot enough now. So let's go ahead and eat. Let me taste it first because yo tengo una hambre. I'm so hungry. That's another thing people take for liberty, or for granted, I guess, better yet, is being able to like eat whenever you want. Or eat what you want, or be able to get what you want. So whenever I sit down and I eat and I have a meal in front of me, you can't even imagine how grateful I am. If you want to go on a diet, because I've lost a lot of weight. I don't get to really eat like if I was in a home, because I have to be concerned about my butane fluid, because you know you got to buy those and fill those up. And I'm on a really strict budget. I have a certain amount of money left from what I had originally, and I have a certain amount of budget, so I do a weekly budget of what I can spend, what I got, and I've estimated it enough to last me like another month, worst case scenario. So by the end of September, if something doesn't change before then, look, that's not going to happen. We're not going to even put that in the universe, so we're not going to talk about that. Let's talk about the house of illness. So where we left off at was Christy went back to her parents' house because she was upset because Fireman John needed pills to perform. Of course, Christy's parents took her back because she's pregnant, but they're not happy about it. You know, mind you, they just graduated out of high school. Fireman John joined the military so he could support them. She was supposed to be going for the Olympic team. You know, her parents put her through classes and ice skating things and paid for a coach and really spent all this money for her to pursue her dreams, and they're disappointed. They're disappointed. The person who's most disappointed is Christy's dad. He never really liked Fireman John, but he only tolerated him because his daughter, and they were just dating. So, of course, Fireman John tries to contact Christy every single day. Christy don't want to talk to him. She's upset. You guys are probably going to get so annoyed and be like, oh, God, why is she eating? I don't even want to see her eating. Can I tell you a deep, dark secret? When I first discovered mukbangs, somebody told me about it. It was like, oh, yeah. You know, there's people on YouTube that just sit down in front of camera and they eat. And I'm like, do they talk? And they're like, no. Most of them just sit down and eat. And they eat massive amounts of food. And I was like, and they get paid for that? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. So I started watching mukbangs, and I realized that what I like about mukbangs is that I'm alone a lot. I keep saying it, but I am alone a lot. I mean, I have these knuckleheads, but physically I'm alone. So imagine just sitting here, just, you know, I'll probably be on my phone flipping through social media. So in order for me not to feel alone or to feel like I have somebody eating with me, I just put on a mukbanger, watch them eat, and we eat together. So that's how I started watching mukbangs. But anyway. There's so many things that we take for granted, guys. I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying this meal and I'm like, I don't know. Just have a lot on my mind. I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot of tough decisions that I have to make. Really tough decisions. And I know it's not my place to know or understand what the universe has in store for me. But I'm scared. I am. I am scared. I'm terrified. I am absolutely terrified because I'm like, how long can this go? How long can this realistically go? I can't stay stuck here. There's stuff going around. There's stuff going around. And because of that, and a lot of other things, I'm just tired of not having the support system here that I need to get what I need as an individual. So I just want to go someplace where it's not going to be as hard. No place is perfect, but I want to go to a place that's not as hard. Ay, me llené. I drank too much water. But I was so thirsty. And trust and believe, I'm going to be eating this later. Well, actually, I'm going to have to eat this pretty soon because it has cream in it. And you can't really leave cream out and not put it in the fridge. Okay. So now that I'm full, I feel like this is an epic fail of a mukbang. I wanted to talk about these knuckleheads, but I'm getting mad full. Alright guys, I wasn't able to finish all of it. That pasta has a hole in it so you can slurp it and it feels like a straw. And they... Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. One more bite. One more bite. But it's so good. So good. I don't know. I sit here and I think about the days that I fantasize about the day that I come to a home and the fridge is full of food and the pantry is full of food and I have money in the bank and I have income coming in and I don't have to worry about anything, you know? All I have to worry about is what I want to wear that day. Count your blessings. Every single day, count your blessings. I count mine. I'm lucky that I'm not in the street. I'm lucky. So I know my privileges and I count my blessings every single day. Alright. So on that note, I know you guys are going to get mad at me, but I think I might do a separate story time with them since I didn't get to it here because I got so busy cooking and stuff. It's the water. I drank 2 waters and I drank a bottle of water before I started cooking, so that's why I got full so quick. But I'm definitely going to save this for later and eat it. This is going to be my dinner. Normally, I just get to eat once a day. Sometimes twice a day. Like, okay, so this is how I do it. I have a budget for the week. And I like to give myself one splurge meal. Within reason. Because even when you're going through the struggle, sometimes you need to reward yourself. So I give myself one like, what you call quote unquote good meal. So this was my good meal. This was my Sunday meal. And I don't cook every day. I go to the soup kitchen or food pantries and do it that way so that I don't have to cook as much, so that I don't have to spend whatever I have in savings as much and it doesn't deplete as fast. So that's basically how I do it. So I try to go to the soup kitchen. It's a long walk because I don't have access to the car like I used to anymore. That's a whole nother story. But you know, it's not to talk bad about anybody, you know. It's just like people get tired. They get tired of helping, and it's okay. You know, they get tired of helping. They get tired of, like, you know, I guess people look at you and when they've helped you, they expect to see results. They expect to see you, like, do something with that help and, like, get on your feet and this, that, and the third. And when it doesn't happen as fast, you know, people kind of get tired and, you know, things fall apart. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm used to it in this process. I think that a lot of people have come forth and showed me their colors, and it's hard. Of course it's hard, you know. You're like, these are people I thought that were my friends. I thought that, you know, and it's crazy because I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. So on that note, until next time, I'm going to do a story time about them. I promise. Don't worry. I'm going to finish that story time. And I'm going to put this away. Try to save it. Clean up this mess. And maybe I'll go on live tonight. I caught the hiccups. That's how you know I'm full. Yeah, I think I might go on live tonight because I kind of miss you guys. All right. So I love you guys for watching. Bye. Wait. I don't end my videos like that. Bendición.